Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Olufumilala of Kids Kuto here again. So in this new tutorial, I'll be making this lacy pants and kimono boubou jackets. The yellow one at the middle is the inspiration, while the black one is the one I made. So if this is what you would love to see, stay tuned to the channel. So let's get right into the video. So this is the fabric I'll be using now. This is the body measurement. Trouser length of 41 inches. The band is 41 inches or so. The hip I'm working with is 46.5 inches. Then nail circumference is 18.5 inches. Then my band to nail is 24 inches. So that is my starting line right there. So after getting my starting line, the next thing I would like to do is to get my trouser length. So my trouser length is 41 inches. I minus 1.5 inches band. So what I'll be measuring is 14 inches. 39.5 inches. Then I added an extra half inch for joining the band to the trouser. So I'll be measuring 14 inches in total for the trouser length. So after getting the trouser length, I'll divide my hip measurement by 4, which will give me 11.7 inches. So I just approximated that into 12 inches. So I just measured that 12 inches till I get to 10 inches. I used 10 inches for my crotch line. You can see that 10 inches. So I stopped measuring that 12 inches at my crotch line. That is my crotch line I'm drawing right there. I divided my hip by 4. I approximated that into 12 inches and I stopped measuring that 12 inches at my crotch line. So that is a 12 inches right there on the straight line, and I stopped measuring it on my crotch line. So on my crotch line, I'll be taking my lap measurements. My lap measurement is 29 inches. So 29 inches divided by 2 will give me 14.5 inches. So I will just measure 15 inches right there. I added half inch for ease allowance. So that 15 inches is what I have on my crotch line as my lap measurement. Then the next thing I'll be doing is to get my band to nail level. So my band to nail level is 24. So don't forget I said I'll be adding 1.5 inch for my band. So I'll be taking that up on the waistline and get my band to nail levels, which is 24 inches. So I'll be getting the midpoint of that measurement of what I have there so that I can input my round nail measurement. So my round nail measurement is 18.5 inches divided by 4. I'll be dividing that into 4. I'll tell you why I divided it into 4. Ordinarily, it should be divided into 2. If I divide it into 2, it will give me 9.2 inches. But I want to spread the 9.2 inches be on the both sides of what I have there. So that was why I got the midpoint. So I put 5 inches on the right hand side, 5 inches on the left hand side, and that is what I also use for the trouser base. I just input that same measurement on my trouser base. So I'll be connecting all the lines together with my curve ruler. My waist to my hip, I connected it with my curve ruler. Then my crotch line to my nail level, I connected it with the straight part of the ruler. If you want your trouser to be a pencil, it's not compulsory you use what you have on your nail, on the trouser base, but I just want this a little bit free, so that was why I use the same measurement I have on my round nail on the trouser base. So I'll be connecting all of those points together to make a straight line. So you can see what we have right there after connecting all the measurements. So what I'll be doing next now is to cut out. So that is my waistline, my crotch line, my knee line. Then what I didn't know my camera has stopped recording the down part. So what I just have there is the whole trouser length. So let me just raise it up for you guys to see. So you can see what we have. Then I added 1.5 inch to hem the trouser, so you can see what we have right there. So like I said, if you want your trouser to be pencil, you measure around your ankle, your ankle, so that is what you put there with a little bit of ease. So I'll be cutting this out now. So this will serve as our front piece, then we use this very one to cut out our back piece. So I am done cutting the front piece, and I have gone ahead to place it on another piece of fabric, or folded fabric. So what I did is I just make sure I had about 3 inches extra on the other fabric I folded. So at my crotch line, I extended it by 3 inches. Then I added 1.5 inch for sewing allowance all along the lines, all along the sides. After my crotch extension, I added 1.5 inch all the way down till I get to the hem line. So I'll be connecting all of that to make a straight line. You can see what we have, 1.5 inch all through. This is not a fitted trouser, it's kind of a free trouser. So 1.5 sewing allowance is okay for the sides. Then I extended my waist area by 2 inches so that it can cover the buttocks area, so that it can cover the back area. So, and I connected that into the 3 inches extension. Then I'll be connecting the 2 inches I extended at the waist area to the other parts of the trouser, so that whenever we want to sew, we can have a uniform measurement right there. So you can see what we have. Just follow what I did. It's very simple. Just follow what I did. You can see I have 1.5 inch straight down, then 3 inches extension at the crotch line, then 2 inches at the waist area so that it can cover the buttocks area. So I'll be measuring to confirm if what I have right there is okay. So you can see how we have a little shortage right there. So I'll just be correcting that, then cut this piece out. So this will serve as our back piece. That 3 inches extra crotch extension is okay for a plus size. Then if you are on a medium size, 2.5 is fine. Then if you are on a smaller size, you can use 2 inches, but 3 inches always work for a plus size. So the next thing we'll be doing is to cut our band. I've gone ahead to cut a 4 inches strap for the band of the trouser. Don't forget I subtracted 1.5 for my band. So by the time we fold this 4 inches into two, we have 2 inches. Then by the time we sew 1/2 inch from it, then we have 1.5 inches left. So that is the trouser band. So this is a boubou kimono part of the dress. So I'll be working with dress length of 63 inches. Then I added extra 1.5 inches, 1 inch for the the down part, the 1/2 inch for joining the shoulder. Then the shoulder to sleeve is 27 inches. Don't forget, this is a cut with sleeve dress. It's a cut with sleeve dress. Then I measured 18 inches. I'll be using 18 inches for the hem part of the dress. So I folded the fabric with my shoulder to sleeve of 27 inches. 27 inches is my shoulder to sleeve. So that is what I use in folding the fabric. So that is what I'm marking right there, 27 inches. So after measuring the 27 inches, I'll be measuring my 1.5 shoulder slants. Don't forget, this is a cut with sleeve dress. So I'll be going down by 1.5 for my shoulder slants. Then I'll be going to the folded area to measure my neck measurement. So I'll be doing 3.5 widths for the back neckline. Then I'll be going down by 1.5 inch for the back neckline. So I'll be connecting that to make a round neckline for the back. So the next thing I'll be doing is to measure my arm opening. So to measure my arm opening. So the arm opening I'm working with is 11.5 inches. So I'll be going in by 2.5 inches after measuring my arm opening. Then I'll be connecting that to my hem. So before that, let me connect my shoulder slants first. So I'll be connecting the shoulder slants. Don't forget we came down by 1.5 inches for our shoulder slant. So I'll be connecting that area to my neckline, like so. So you can see what we have after connecting the shoulder slants. Then this part will just be a straight line to the arm area. You can see what we have in that area. So I just went in by 2.5 inches. So that will form our sleeve area. That is where our sleeve is going to come out. So the next thing we'll be doing is to go down to the hem of the dress to mark our hip measurements divided by 4, then with an addition of extra 5 to 6 inches depending on how free you want it. So I added extra 8 inches to this very one. So I want it very free depending on the look you are going for. So I'll be connecting that with a straight line from that arm opening area that we went in by 2.5 inches. I'll be connecting straight down to the hemline of 20 inches, like so. So I'll just connect that area with a little curve so that it doesn't appear too sharp. So this is what we have. This will serve as our back piece. Don't forget, this is going to serve as our back piece, and we are going to be using this very one to cut the front piece. So the front piece has a slit at the center. So because of the slit, we needed an extra allowance. So that is why I cut the back piece first. Then I'll be using this back piece to cut out the front piece. So I have folded another fabric with about 0.7 inches extra at the center, so that will serve as our allowance, our opening allowance in the front. So I'll be opening that front area that we want to be slitted. I'll be slitting that area open. Then I'll basically just cut out the same shape we have on the back on the front piece. So this is what we have after doing that. So the only change we are going to be making on the front piece now, I've lifted up the back piece from the other folded fabric. So I'll be marking the front neckline for the front piece. So we are going to be going with a V-shaped neckline for the front. So I did 9 inches slanted. I slanted 9 inches for my front piece. So you can just go as much as you want, or go higher as much as you want, or just go lower as much as you want. So I used 9 inches for this very one. Then I folded my allowance inside so that it will be very easy for me to sew, and that will align with the neckline. You can see. So I'll just trim that part of a little. So this is what we have after cutting out the front neckline. So after cutting out, the next thing I'll be doing on the front piece alone is to mark out the exact area I want my belt. You can see that there is a kind of fitness going on the front piece alone. So there is a belt inside. So I'll be marking the area where I want the belt to be placed, which is on my half length of 18 inches. Then I'll determine the distance I want for the belt to be placed. So you can do as much as you want. I used 9 inches for this very one. So that means 18 inches in front of my front piece will look fitted by the time I tie the belt inside. So that is what gave the front piece a kind of snatched waist at the center. So I've marked it out. So the next thing we'll be cutting out is a strap. So I folded a piece of fabric to cut out a strap for the inner belt that we just marked out the other time. So this is the belt that we'll be using to snatch the waist. So the first thing that we're going to be doing now is to join our shoulder. So I've pinned the shoulder, the front and back shoulder together. We'll go in with half an inch to join both shoulders together. So after doing that, I'll repeat the same process on the other side. So after that, the next thing I'll be doing is to to hem the sleeve area by half an inch. I'll just fold in half an inch inward. So that is what I'll be using to fold the area. Then the hemline also, I'll fold half an inch. I'll fold half an inch twice for the hem area. Then this is the belt. Don't forget the belt we wanted to use for the waist area. So I'll go in and also sew it by half an inch and tuck it out. So this is what we have on the waist area after joining the shoulder. So I want to reconfirm where the belt will be placed. That is the same area we marked the other time. So that is where I'll be placing the belt on. So that is the area we'll be placing the belt. You can see the belt. I've sewn the belt and I've also tuck it out. So I will just fold the edges inside inward a little bit by maybe half an inch, then give it a straight stitch in that area on one side. Then I'll turn to the other side of the dress also and stitch the belt down. So the next thing we'll be doing after that is to sew the center piece of the dress. Is to sew the center piece. So after sewing the center piece, then I'll also shape the dress inward by 1 inch or half an inch. It's not a fitted dress, so we are not doing any form of measurements. You just sew it with half an inch or 1 inch. Then I'll be hemming the neckline area with my bias strip. So after hemming the neckline, then the center piece is what I'll be sewing. I'll just hold the center piece to downward about 15 to 12 inches depending on what I want. So we are done with the dress parts. This is the trouser part. I've gone ahead to cut a lining, doorface lining for the trouser parts since it's a transparent fabric. Then I've also sewn the crotch area. I've joined the crotch area. I have a detailed tutorial on how to make a trouser on this channel. I might be putting it in the description box for you to see. Then I've also joined the lining to the back piece, both back piece. I've joined the lining, the doorface lining to both sides. Then I've also joined the crotch area. So the next thing I'll be doing is to attach both sides together with their pockets. So this is the pocket I'll be fixing for the front piece first, then notch and top stitch before fixing for the back piece. Like I said, I have a little tutorial on how to do this. I'll be putting that in the description box for you to see if you are interested in full tutorial on how to make a trouser. So after joining for the front piece, I'll top stitch, then attach to the back piece. Also, there's no need for top stitching on the back piece. So after that, I'll be hemming the trouser at the down part of the trouser by 1.5. Don't forget we added 1.5. So whichever measurements you added on the hemline is what you are going to be hemming the trouser with. So this is the band. Also, I've also gone ahead to cut a doorface lining for the trouser band because I don't want any form of skin to be showing on this trouser, and I do not want to wear underwear inside. So this is the band. I'll be folding it into two after attaching the lining. So let's see the pockets now. See what we have on the pockets after attaching them together. Look at the front part, and that is the back part. So you can see what we have. You can see the pockets inside the. After attaching it, you can see how I finished the down part of the pockets. Then the side seam, I also held the trouser by half an inch on both sides. You can see what we have right there. Then I'll be folding my lining, the edges of my lining. I might be folding or weave it with my weaving machine. So whichever option you choose to use, the most important thing is to have a neat finishing. So after all of that, the last thing I'll be doing is to attach my band to the trouser. Then I've also gone ahead to attach zipper to the trouser, to the front of the trouser. So the next thing I'll be doing is to attach my band to the trouser. So after attaching all of that, we are going to give it a good press and show you what we have. So look at what we have after giving it a good press and attaching everything. You can see the waist area. You can see how beautiful this is looking. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if there's any question you have, please don't forget to put it in the comment section, and turn on your notification button so that whenever I put up a new video, you'll be first to be notified. And don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is very important. See you in my next video. Bye bye.